Hi everybody, it's Dean Petrolakis with Ryder Dickerson, and today we're here at the Shed Aquarium, and we're here at the Shed today to talk about indigo digital printing. And the reason we're at the Shed is that the Shed Aquarium and their creative team have become one of our most loyal indigo users. And today I'm here with Dominika Jasevic, Liz Nelson, and Julian Glom, and they all work in the creative department. And before we go too much further in this little video, I want to have each of them real briefly just explain what they do here at the Shed.
I'm Dominika, and I'm a designer at Shed, and I work on a lot of publications and indents and all kinds of print and some media pieces as well.
Hi, I'm Liz Nelson. I'm the Director of Communication Design here at Shed Aquarium, and I really oversee anything that has a visual component.
I'm Julian Glom. I'm the Assistant Director of Communication Design, and again, like Liz, I manage the sort of day-to-day look and feel of everything here for the Shed Aquarium brand.
Great. Thank you all for taking a few minutes with us today. And we thought this would be a really fun video to do because, as you can see here as we'll go through, we do a lot of great work with the Shed and the creative team here. A lot of high quality impact work on our digital press. And so that was the focus for today's video, is to talk to you, the creative community, about just what the possibilities are with indigo digital printing. And with that, Liz, I'm going to turn it right to you. 5 years or so ago, we've been working together for a while, but 5 years ago, digital printing and the Shed were like, no, thank you. And tell us what's changed.
Well, I think the Shed is relatively unique in that we take quality very seriously. We really are protective of our brand, and we want to make sure it's reflected to the best that it can be in every piece we do. So, and I think we tend to forget how quickly and how far digital printing has come. So when Dean first approached us with some ideas about printing some pieces digitally, especially some more high-end pieces, we were really skeptical. We really wanted to see what the quality would be, and we've been really pleasantly surprised. We have printed some pieces that I think actually look better digitally printed than they would have been offset.
And that's saying a lot too, especially as we'll get into some of the photography and all that you all do. It's that we're going to speak about is great. And yes, some of the pieces are even shock us when we print them, that how great they look, and we continue to blow ourselves away in terms of just how far the quality has come with the indigo. And Julian, you've done a lot of pieces with us and done some really high-end pieces. And tell me specifically, what is it about the indigo that allows you to, from a creative aspect, to have the freedom to be able to use it with no nerves?
I think one of the really important things is that the great thing is that when you see a proof, you see a live proof, and so you don't need to worry about what this is going to look like on press, and to that point it actually saves you time because you don't need to necessarily go out for the press check and spend half your day doing that. Right. The other nice thing is that you're able to match conventional with digital, and not have a discrepancy of what color might look like or the surface of the paper might look like. So that's another really big plus. And
you have an example, I think, of that right here, right?
Yeah, this is some pieces. These two were printed conventional, and then we did some additional supporting materials digitally on the indigo, and they turned out great, and no one could even tell the difference.
At Dominika, we've had a chance, you and I, to work on some of the really highest end publications in terms of annuals and donor reports, and just speak to that for a minute. We could even show some of these pieces that I'm referring to. This is one of the first ones we did together.
Yes.
And why don't you speak about this one?
A lot of these pieces we do for our development department, and one of the biggest things about them is that we want them to have high quality and be printed very well. So we use a lot of full sort of spread photography, and I think initially, when you think of a digital press, you might be concerned that photography isn't going to look great, but I think we were very pleasantly surprised with all of these pieces. The photography looks great, and the piece looks high-end. It really competes with some of the offset printing that we've done before. And actually, the annual report was another piece that we printed digitally. We had a smaller quantity, so I think because of budget, because we're not-for-profit, we needed to be sensitive to the cost. And I think digital printing and the digital press that we've used with you guys has really created a really great piece, and I think a lot of people were very happy with it.
Yeah.
The other nice thing on that one piece is that it obviously allows you to do finishing details too.
Right. I was just going to mention that.
As well as personalization, we use that in that piece. That was really
that's one of the things.
What you can't see on camera is that this has a really beautiful silver foil, And we had never really thought, really nice finishing details on a digital piece. I mean, that would have been unheard of. But now it looks and holds up beautifully. It doesn't flake. It doesn't rub.
Right.
It's just gorgeous. And we were able to, as Julie mentioned, we were able to personalize copies of these for each of our trustees.
Yeah, the names, which, these are some off-press samples that were samples, but the name was right under here, reversed out, so it looked really nice.
Beautiful.
And, we've talked about this too, going down the line, we could even take this piece even further and, like you said, change out the image based on what their favorite. And so and the possibilities are endless, but in the finishing aspect, yes, foil stamping, we've done embossing and die cutting, all off the indigo. So it's you treat it like a conventional print job, but you're staying on a lower cost budget and still getting the quality. So it's a total win for everybody. You get the quality, you stay in budget, and you're able to do things that you would do in a traditional traditional print job as well. And then, as Dominica mentioned, just the color, full spreads, cross spreads, just great stuff. So the overriding message here is, this is truly offset quality digital printing. These are inks. This is not toner. This is why you don't get banding and streaking and the waxy look that most people attribute with digital printing, because that's toner. And especially here at the shed, everything is on uncoated paper, and traditionally the biggest complaint in the creative community has been digital on uncoated looks too shiny. Well, here these are inks, they actually take on the characteristics of the paper, so it still feels uncoated. So again, in the creative community, please have no fears about using digital. Here's one of my highest end customers here, and they're telling you use it. It's great. I want to thank you all for the time. It's been great working with you, and we look forward to a lot more.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, everyone.